station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
The grades are in. It was not a good day for the Green Bay Packers yesterday. And we always knew this was going to be the end game here, right? Even though a couple of weeks ago, an arbiter ruled that the NFLPA, while they could release the findings of their report cards to the union itself and members of the league, they could not make those things public. Well, surprise, surprise, Chewy, they leaked. I don't know how this happened. This is just shocking that these grades ultimately leaked. Kalen Kaler over at ESPN had all the results for all 32 teams on ESPN.com yesterday. And, yeah, not a good day for the green and gold, Chew.
So much. Well, the players leaked it, and I would leak it. And my reason for leaking it is coaches, organizations, everyone can grade the players. Why can't the players grade everything else?
Because that's in the CBA, apparently. And they can. Like, again, legally they can. They just couldn't make
it. Leaking it?
Yeah.
Huh?
You could get fined, maybe.
I think it's fair game. I'm surprised, though, they do a deep dive into specific
so let's just
positions.
Yeah, I'll run through the grades quickly here, and then we can react to them. Treatment of families, C+. Home game field, C+. That's actually surprising to me. Food, nutrition, dining area, B+. Nutritionist, dietitian, B. Locker room, A. Good, because I just redid it. Training room, C. They're redoing that this offseason. Training staff, C. Weight room, A-. Strength coaches, B. Position coaches, B+. Offensive coordinator, C. Defensive coordinator, A-. Special teams coordinator, B+. Team travel, B-. Head coach, B-. GM, B+. Team ownership, A-. Overall rank, 21st. They were 7th a year ago, Chew.
Yeah, it's what losing does to you, Gabe.
So this would have been done before the end of the season. So before the 5-game losing streak. Yeah. It could have been during the 5-game losing streak.
I think it was because I think it stretched to sometime in December.
Yeah.
So
you guys never did stuff like this, right?
The only thing I remember grading was fields.
Okay.
You know, they would say the best fields. Give me 3 of the best fields.
3 of the worst
that you play on, and 3 of the worst fields you play on.
Yeah, because this is, the NFLPA started formally doing this in 2023. Yeah. Is when they started posting the grades on the website and doing all that. But I didn't know if you guys had done something, even prior to, the PA doing that.
What were the surprising grades? Obviously, coordinator, obviously training staff, because I know guys on the training staff, and I absolutely love them. But
they are doing the transition from Pat McKenzie to the new guy. So I don't know if some of that is, it's different than when.
Because the training staff last year was a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you deal with the trainers. I'm talking the trainers every day, Josh. You deal with McKenzie maybe twice a week if you're hurt. If you're not hurt, you don't deal with them at all. So it's more of the day-to-day, I think, training staff that obviously you deal. All Pat does is he's got a thigh contusion, and the trainers take it from there, and then they treat it, obviously, a couple times a day, and they go from there. So I would put most of the weight on the individual trainers, but
yeah, because
I hear things.
Ooh, what do you hear?
Me and my guy Frankie Bag of Donuts hear things.
Okay, what are you hearing?
We hear that this team is soft, and I think.
Hold on. If you had that on your bingo card, add that.
Soft.
Check off that. Soft. We've got a few more going. We'll see if we'll hit them.
Different wording that you can't say on the radio.
I believe the word that we have used on the show before is potato.
Potato. Yes, potatoes. And this isn't everyone across the board.
Yeah.
But there are some potatoes on the team that have definitely sprouted.
So I guess the ones, because there are some of these.
Sprout, they're underground.
No. When they grow eyes. You know what I'm talking when they grow eyes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Some of them is
sprouts
grow.
out.
That's what I meant. Grow eyes. Yeah. You can still eat them. It's kind of gross, but it's kind of like a zit of a potato. You know, you just chop those.
Have you ever had
off.
potatoes sit around long enough and they just fully grow like vines?
Have you ever dug potatoes?
Happened,
Have you ever harvested?
I've not harvested a potato.
I've harvested. Harvesting potatoes are disgusting
hold
because it's a big digger.
Hold on.
And then it chops up snakes and rabbits and stuff. It's really a gross job.
When did you harvest potatoes?
When I was a child.
What kind of farm?
From 10 to 14 years old.
Like, what kind of farm did you have? Because
produce.
Did
I
you
didn't
just
have
an
the
everything farm?
Produce.
Because
a lot of produce in Massachusetts.
You've picked cotton. It seems like you've.
No, I've done tobacco.
Tobacco. Excuse me.
Tobacco. Harvesting potatoes, great job because you sit on top of the digger and all you're doing is looking at a conveyor belt, picking out the green ones and throwing them back in the field. But every now and then it chops up a rabbit, a snake, and stuff, which you also have to toss out. So it's kind of gross.
Jeez. It seems
I've done it all, Gabe.
Yeah, it seems like you had everything on that farm. I mean, again, that was 50 years ago, pal, but getting close.
Climbing.
It's getting close. So, again, there are some of these that I just don't care about. Like,
give me some. What don't you care about?
I don't care about the treatment of families thing. Because, like, last year it was kind of a lower grade for them as well. It was a B. And one of the complaints was, like, the child care on game day. Like, man.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, okay.
But they're the only team in the NFL that doesn't do that. That seems like I don't care insofar as the results on the field. But when it's such an easy fix.
Sure.
What, the child care?
Yeah. Such an easy thing to do.
I guess.
Or just hire a babysitter.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but if 31 teams are doing it, you're looking around going...
Yes, Josh does have a point.
This is the expectation now. I understand it's not 1996 and things are different, but when everyone else is doing it...
Yeah, I guess I don't care. Like, it's an easy fix for literally everybody. Like, it's one of those things that I just don't care about. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, figure it out. Like, everybody else in the country's got to figure out childcare, man.
I'm with you 1,000%.
I think you can find a babysitter for 8 home games a year.
If that's the standard we're applying, then we can throw this all out the window.
Well, again, like, home game
not provided me meals and a nutritionist. Go to my friends at Milwaukee Weight Loss for that.
But the player, I mean, you have when you play.
So ipso facto, like you got it eventually, Josh. You would have had it without Craig and putting his company together.
But players know
indirect route
because you got buddies on a lot of teams around the league, and you're like, oh, the child care in Cincinnati's wonderful. Like, well, we don't get child care, and that's how it.
I wonder if there's a correlation too between more out of Green Bay players coming in around guys who had experiences elsewhere. It felt for like a long time. You were a Packer and you sort of stayed one until you went elsewhere and then said, oh, man, it's not as... Maybe some of that outside influence has something to do with it as well.
Well, Rodgers probably found that out because didn't Pittsburgh
he said as much.
When he was with the Jets, he said as much. He was still being paid by somebody else. Like, not so great here, guys.
Yeah. What other ones, Gabe?
So the home game field, I guess, was surprising because I've looked at Lambeau as a pretty good surface. Other teams seem to slip on it, too, because they don't understand like the right cleat that they have to wear.
I thought that was more the fans. I thought that was more the fans
literally
and
the
how
grass.
loud
Yeah,
it
that's
gets
just that's like the grass.
That's the field?
Yeah, the field.
Mm-hmm. The field is slick, man. Even when I played, it's slick because 7 studs. I mean, it looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks real
good.
But
when it comes to a playing surface, and, I've been on that thing probably, 8-9 years ago. It's hard to pierce the turf with a cleat. You got to have the right kind of cleat.
Yeah.
So I would agree.
I mean, and they're redoing, from my understanding, the training room, but to go from an A- to a C?
In 1 year?
Like, what? They just start throwing the trash in there? Like, I mean, what do we...
Machines start breaking? I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's not working?
I mean, I know they're redoing it, so whatever, that's not that big of a deal to me. Just kind of like last year, like the locker room got a B, I think, and we knew they were redoing the locker room this year, it got an A. They're redoing the training room, so that's going to be fine. The weight room's fine. But again, the big ones, Chew, are, to me, the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Team travel has always kind of gotten a lower grade for the Packers because... Like sometimes you brought it up. Like sometimes you have to go to Milwaukee in order to fly. It's tough, and that's always going to be a low grade in Green Bay.
Short of Green Bay opening their own airport,
there's
I don't
only
know what they can do.
There's only so much that they can do with the limited size of Austin Strobel.
When I played, you couldn't get a 747 in there, but you could get the next step down, which is fine.
I believe that's still
but you're
the
not
case.
taking
Remember
those
Brazil?
planes.
Yeah,
they were saying like we can't get there's not enough runway in Green Bay, so we have to go through Milwaukee because the plane we need to fly all the way down to Brazil is too big.
You know what? Which is crazy because it is so easy to get to Austin Strobel as opposed to getting to Newark or LaGuardia. So I would think that would get a high grade.
Yeah,
right?
but again, like whatever. Like, the team travel's the team travel. Like the Packers are spending money on it. They can only do so much with the airport that's there. So again, the one as a fan, the one that I actually care about is offensive coordinator being a C because that has been this is a data point that we didn't even have last year. If maybe they gave grades to coordinators last year and they just didn't release them, but they were not on the NFLPA website a year ago. So to me, seeing that C, obviously not very good for Adam Stenavich. Like, I don't know if I've defended Stenavich. I just haven't come out and said, yeah, fire that guy, because I just don't know what he does. I don't know what it would do, right? But if the players are grading him a C, that's not good. LaFleur going from an A- to a B-, also not very good. Like, these are the ones that actually impact what I care about as a fan, right? And which is the product of the field and how good this team can be. And those grades dropping precipitously from what they were the year before, that is concerning.
I wonder, because everyone, I'm sure, voted for LaFleur, right? Everyone had to place a vote, but I wouldn't think a D lineman is part of the offensive coordinator vote.
I don't know how they do it, Chew, but I mean, what you're saying makes sense to me. Yeah, it makes the way you're presenting it would make sense.
Yeah, because there's been, a shift in coordinator. They don't think, a C for coordinators.
And I'm guessing,
good. And I wonder if the offensive guys that were an A for LaFleur last year, because the defensive guys still maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they changed their tune, like, this offense we run here is not very good.
Yeah.
And that's obviously could be responsible for Stanovich's grade and LaFleur's drop.
Yeah. Like for position coaches, I'm assuming you're just voting on your own and they kind of aggregate a grade.
I would think.
Because I can't imagine that, Jordan Love has any idea how good of a coach the defensive backs coach is.
Yeah. Well, that's like the Pro Bowl is the same thing. You don't vote for everyone. You vote for the people the positions that affect your position offensively. So I'd be interested to see how they did it.
So those are the ones that are most concerning. And again, if you're somebody that was a fire LaFleur guy, seeing him get, the only person who got a lower grade and kept their job, Chew, there's only one person in the league. It was Jim Harbaugh.
Who? Okay.
Jim Harbaugh got a C+ as the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. And there were people who had better grades than Matt LaFleur and got fired. There are guys that had A's and got fired from their jobs.
See, do you think these players looked at it objectively?
You tell me.
Because
you're the
players
former
have
player.
changed. If let's call it the Frankie Winters effect. If you're looking at objectively and you get yelled at by your head coach because you screwed up, you shouldn't be dinging them on the grade. You should get yelled at. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know with today's player. If he yelled at me, I'm giving him an F. Well, you deserve to be yelled at.
I think other players are getting yelled at across the league. The thing that I think sticks out is bottom 5, that B- is bottom 5 in all the NFL, and that he has the second worst grade for respect for players. That, to me, signals something strange. Something happened. Something changed.
Something changed this year. Because, again, he had a high grade last year. He was at A-. He dropped a full letter grade. And Look,
Right, and last year the conversation was we were like, well, of course it's a good grade because he's soft on his players. He doesn't hold them accountable. And then it seems like everyone looked around and said, well, now he's trying and he's not doing it right.
It's related to Ben Johnson because I bet Ben Johnson got a better grade.
oh, yeah, he did. I mean, just about everybody did.
Yeah.
But again, I think there's a honeymoon phase there. Again, there are some really good coaches, or some really bad coaches that we know that got good grades. Like, that's just...
Because you know what players like? Path of least resistance.
Well, so what's also interesting to me, so everybody loves Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He got a B. That's in the same ballpark as LaFleur. You know? So it's interesting
yeller.
to kind of take
I think he's a yeller.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's also kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Who, Payton?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A little arrogant. But
Little?
which one of them isn't?
But, I mean, those things... Now, again, you show up next year, you win your first 4 games, and none of this is an issue. Right?
Okay, I was a designated yell guy in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'd give Holmgren an A.
Yeah, because
And he'd
you'd
scream at me.
Because you'd be scared if you gave him a B
No.
and he found
Nope.
out.
Love the guy. Yell at me all he wants.
Yeah. If
Just
gave
like
him-
my kids. I scream at them growing up, still a little bit now, and they love me.
I don't want to say you lack objectivity on this, but your time with Mike was pretty good. Appearing in 2 Super Bowls,
I was
winning
about to say,
one,
if you
and then
didn't
becoming
win a
the
Super
highest
Bowl,
tight end.
if you didn't win a Super Bowl, is he still getting an A?
See?
If you didn't become the highest paid tight end at the time you did.
Oh, that was Andy. That was Andy. Andy's the one who made that one happen.
General manager?
See, this one,
How do you break that one down?
I just throw that one out.
I don't.
Because, like, and again, I am drawing this from what you have told us about Ron. Like, you've had a better relationship with Ron after you were done playing.
Yeah.
Because Ron would go out of his way to make sure he didn't have relationships with players because, again, he has to try to remain emotionless when making decisions about who to cut, who to keep, and doing all those different things that go into being a general manager. So I don't think Goody's around this team enough where I care what that grade. It's a B+. It could have been a D. I guess I just don't. I wouldn't have cared what that grade is because as a player, you just don't have that much interaction with the GM.
Because the only time we ever saw Ron was in training camp. You never see him during the season.
Yeah.
Never. You know? So I don't know how that grade
Yeah, like
about.
I said, because you just don't. And I'm guessing it's going to be inflated because a lot of these, especially on a young team like the Packers, you're a young guy that got drafted by him. He gave you your opportunity. So, again, I just don't know how much that one can be factored in just based on, I don't know how much interaction you have with your general manager. Now, again, if the GM's the coach, all right, now that's a different conversation. But there's just not, I don't know if there's anybody like that anymore who's got the final say on the roster. Pete Carroll might have been the last one when he was in Seattle.
Andy.
Yeah, I was to say.
Oh, Andy, yeah.
There's a GM there, but we know what goes on.
there's sure there is. He's got a great job. He does what Andy tells him to. So, okay, we got one left in the league. But that's, about it. Like, obviously, when Belichick was doing it up in New England, but those guys are few and far between. We've got Jason Wilde. He'll help us break this down, plus what else we need to know about the green and gold coming up next. But commercial payments at Fifth Third Bank, they're experienced, they're reliable, but they're also constantly innovating. It might seem contradictory, but Fifth Third does just that. They handle over $17 trillion in payments smoothly and effectively every year. And they were named one of America's most innovative companies by Fortune magazine. After all, that's what commercial payments are all about. Steady, reliable expertise that keeps money flowing in and out like clockwork. But commercial payments are also about building new and disruptive solutions. So Fifth Third does that too. That's your commercial payments. A Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Overall, looking pretty good right now. We've just got a little bit of a backup westbound 94 between Mitchell Boulevard and Hawley Road. The rest of the system is nice and quiet. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Cardless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Cardless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian, screaming Sicilian, more.
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 0% financing for 36 months plus $500 off your project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Your business is HVAC. You want to grow that business while providing the very best in service. Instead, you're struggling under a pile of administrative tasks. Service Titan is here to help with our all-in-one solution for the trades. We've made managing all of your business needs, from scheduling to invoicing, easier than ever. Service Titan, giving you the time and the tools you need to keep your company running smoothly. Learn how Service Titan helps manage your business at servicetitan.com.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest.
We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U. Listen now.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. He joins us 3 times a week on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, guys. I've always wanted to do this, but I'm not going to just because of it's in poor taste. But old school sports talk radio hosts used to have to tell people, turn your radio down. So we are on our way to the girls' gymnastics meet, and I'm listening to you guys, and now I'm talking to you guys. So turn your radio down, Wilde.
Where are you driving to, Jason?
So they've got a meet at the State Fair Park.
Ooh,
so I think we're gonna check out some pigs and cows and stuff in between sessions.
Nice.
So, Jason, what was your big takeaway with the big reveal yesterday with Kalen Kaler at ESPN releasing the NFLPA 2026 report cards in regards to the Packers?
Yeah, players are soft. Chewy's right. They're softer than me even, which is really saying something. I had almost the exact same conversation you guys just had with Bulaga and Alex Stro last night on the Homer Hour. Like, the thing that I thought was most interesting, aside from Kalen's getting all the grades, which, boy, that lawsuit really worked out well for the league.
This was only ending one way, Jason. Okay, it's not going to be on our website. It's going to be someplace else.
Right, we're going to link it to somebody else. So that's how the game is played. But what was more interesting was, I don't know how Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV got his hands on some of the actual, verbiage, but you guys talked about it. The respect for players, right? That was the criticism of Matt LaFleur, which, again, I don't know enough about the methodology of this. Like, how many, Fs or bad grades does it take to drag down your score, right? Because, and Chewy knows this, I'm sure there were guys on his team that would have given Mike Holmgren a bad grade, even though he should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And so, I'm sure Gabe Wilkins' report card would be less than stellar for the coaching staff or the training staff, as he was jaking his injury in the Super Bowl. But to me, you still have to read it and say, okay, I don't know when I'm going to talk to Matt LaFleur again, but I am going to ask him, hey, when you see this, what do you take away from it? What do you need to do better? I tried to ask a question of Goody about that when we talked to him earlier in the month, and he answered with an answer about the team, and I was like, no, you personally, what do you need to do better? And I think this is something that is going to ask you to do the same thing. And, do I think that players in the NIL transfer portal era, do I think that is that going to be a problem for players being able to handle adversity? Absolutely, I think so. Absolutely. Do I think that that leads into some of these grades because some players, not all, but some, don't know how to be coached hard, don't know how to handle criticism? I think that's part of it too. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how they respond to these grades. And the other thing that stuck out to me, obviously, and players maybe aren't aware of it, but the idea that the training staff is a problem, that they don't trust the staff, that surprised the heck out of me, because it makes sense that they don't like the facility and the equipment because they're redoing it all. They'll have a brand new training room just like they had a brand new locker room this year. But the fact that they had questions about Flea and Nate and those guys, again, I want to know how many people have to vote in a certain way to drag it down as much as it did.
Well, Jason, what was your takeaway from Steno's grade? Because I doubt defensive players were putting in a vote for him. I don't know why they would.
Right.
That's a bad grade. Let's see, when your players don't trust you or don't think you're any good, but the shocking thing is he doesn't even call the plays.
Right. So, first of all, let's be honest, C's get degrees.
Yeah.
You know that as well as anybody. But, look, I was surprised by that as well. And I do wonder, just like it is for fans, if it's confusing, wondering what exactly he does, right? Maybe they just don't feel like he contributes much, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they operate. I don't know their thought process, but that was the first grade that really popped off the page to me when I saw it. But again, I don't know. What would you have given Sherm Lewis? Right?
Incomplete.
Right? That's exactly, not to be a jerk, but
yeah,
that's probably a more accurate grade for Steno, too, because if you're unhappy with the play calling or if you're unhappy with your playing time, I guess that you can take it out on him. I will say this. There were a couple of instances, obviously. You know, there was the one a couple of years ago where he basically called out Yash for not competing for the left tackle job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, what he said about Matthew Golden, I know that went a little bit viral about not seeing him having a significant role. I mean, let's be honest, he hadn't had a significant role all season. And we've talked about this a million times about his route running and this and that, and then Goody chimes in the other day saying he would like to have seen him play more. Well, he was also hurt a bunch. But, like, I don't know, maybe Matthew Golden gave him an F-, which will drag you down. So, again, I do think they're instructive. I think we have to be careful about leaning too far into them.
Jason, I know you've got to go, but before we let you go, when do you think we're going to start seeing the Packers make some moves on the roster? We're less than 2 weeks away from the official start of the new league year. They need to be cap compliant, and they're a couple million over, so it's not like they have to make big drastic moves. But we're already starting to see teams make releases and kind of cut some of the guys that they know that they're going to be cutting. When is next week? Can we expect to see that in terms of knowing the fates of Elton Jenkins and Rashawn Gary?
Yeah, well, I expect them all to be back because that's what the GM told me. I don't know how the math works on that, but except for, again, I don't know what to make of the Rashawn thing. Like, for the first time in recorded history, he says if he's still on the team.
So that's the thing, Jason, because apparently he told the small gathering of reporters if he's still on the team, and then he steps up to the podium, and that's the sound that everybody has, and everybody's playing that makes it seem like he's more likely to be back. But he told the beat reporters if he's back.
Yes, correct. I don't know what all that means. All I know is that I don't see how they're going to have room on their roster for him. There's basically three guys whose whose situations have to change: Elton Jenkins, Rashawn Gary, and Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks' cap number is almost as high as Rashawn Gary's.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have him on the roster at $24 million. You just can't. So I'm eager to see exactly how they go about it.
Jason, we appreciate it. Enjoy the gymnastics meet, pal.
I'm a nervous wreck throughout them, so yes, I won't.
Well, that's got to be tough, man, because gymnastics meets are kind of like track meets. You're waiting around all day, and then your kid competes for, 2 minutes?
Yeah, 3.5 hours for a combined 4.5 minutes of competition. So, yeah, it's amazing.
All right, hope you brought the Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, I'll check in on every show with updates for each of them. I'm sure everyone wants to hear them.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Let me tell you about my good friends at Events by Design, because you can boost culture with your business with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. What's great about Events by Design is they're going to be able to help you out. Whether it's, hey, we want you to plan this whole thing. Obviously, we're going to help guide you what we're looking for, give you our vision, and they're going to execute it great. Or maybe they might do something just a little to boost, like they did for our golf outing last year when they provided walk-up music for everybody on the 14th tee. You've probably been to an Events by Design event. You don't even realize it. Maybe it was the night market this past summer, right out in front of our studios here on Wisconsin Avenue. Maybe you went to the Buck Soiree last year. If you did, that's Events by Design. Did you go to the holiday market in November outside Pfizer Forum? Once again, Events by Design. They can do the same for you and your company. Obtain top talent. Invest in your culture today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94 is going to be a bit backed up from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. The usual stuff. Eastbound, quick tap of the brakes right past 70th Street. Overall, the rest of the system is looking just great. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, windy, and mild, high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And Wisconsin beer fans, the wait is almost over. Yuengling bottles and cans will be available starting March 3rd. That's right, America's oldest brewery will officially arrive in Wisconsin for the very first time. And we're celebrating big. Join us Tuesday, March 3rd from 3 to 5 at both Discount Liquor locations for a special in-store Yuengling sampling event. Be among the first in the state to raise a glass, taste this iconic beer, and see why fans across the country have loved Yuengling for generations. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, and mixers, all at the lowest prices in town. We're your one-stop shop for every occasion. Visit us in Milwaukee at 51st in Oklahoma or downtown Waukesha at Barstow in Maine. And don't miss our Yuengling in-store sampling event, Tuesday, March 3rd. Discount Liquor, where selection meets savings.
Discount Liquor.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big hurt.
I heard that's like, eh.
Ron in the Key Wagon saying you guys should slow down before you take out a sponsor.
Here I am.
On 94.5 ESPN.
WTMJ is throwing Strikes for a Cause, and you're invited. It's Bowling for Babies happening Saturday, March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls, raising funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Put together a team of 4, hit the lanes. Registration, $170 per team. Apparently, we've got an ESPN Milwaukee team going. Jen's going to be a part of it. If you're interested in joining, you can look at our YouTube stream right now. YouTube stream right now has a QR code where you can register. Again, registration, $170 per team, and all proceeds and fees benefit the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. So either click on that QR code. If you're not watching on the stream, just text the word BABY, B-A-B-Y, to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620, and a link will be sent directly to your phone. Help out WTMJ and our friend Kristen Bry as she puts together Bowling for Babies. Let's bowl and help families who need it.
I do want to add to that, teams are getting tight, so if you want in, we are encouraging you to sign up as soon as possible.
Look, maybe you're not good at bowling and you just want to heckle Ben Brust for having his own bowling ball and own bowling shoes. That's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly fine. Jen, just check it out. QR code or text BABY to the WTMJ talk and text line. When's the last time you bowled, big guy?
Oof. You know what, Gabe? I don't even remember.
Wow. Joshy,
10
last time you were cutting it up on the lanes.
It was the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I think I went with a friend who's in a league, and I filled in, and we did some bowling. I did pretty well.
I mean, bowling is huge in Wisconsin. Though,
Massive.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huge.
Oh, I've got friends that are like in bowling leagues.
Yeah.
One of my guys who's a golf pro, like he loves bowling, goes to an event every year, like a national event in Vegas every year.
There used to be a TV show based out of Milwaukee that was like around bowling, and like guys would bowl on TV.
Yeah. The one thing my parents did growing up is they were both in bowling leagues.
Yes.
Like that was one thing that they like consistently kept.
The Hall of Fame is here.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's some very good.
Yes.
Early Anthony, isn't he from? Not that you guys would know.
I don't know specifically.
I mean, if you say so.
I don't know the history as much as the
You
popularity.
guys don't know the history of anything.
I know the
number
history of the
one,
Packers
okay?
better than you.
To you, life only goes back to 2000.
I bet if we did a history quiz, you'd take third.
I bet that's not true.
I could hear your confidence start to wane
as the sentence. Like, I've got to defend myself. I'm not sure if I should, but I'm going to defend myself in this situation, which is what the Packers are probably going to find themselves doing. I am really curious to know what Matt LaFleur thinks about the grade. Again, the thing that Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV also put out there in addition to, so he got some of this information about how players just don't feel respected by their head coach, too. Like, that's a big thing. And that honestly explains the grade that he has.
But does he pivot, Gabe? Do you have to pivot? Do you look at these grades? Like Steno, you got to see. I mean, C's got degrees, but you finished,
Chew,
what, 28th or 30th?
But I'm looking at that. The conversation that you guys just had about Sherm Lewis,
yes.
I guess I'm less concerned about that being a C, because if you'd have given Sherman incomplete and the position coaches are getting a B+, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the position coaches seem pretty good. Now, there is some turnover there on the offensive staff because you did lose your quarterback's coach and Sean Mannion to go be the OC. But if you've got a good enough staff the way that you guys did, and I'm not saying that these guys are, Andy Reid and Mooch and Gruden and all these guys that went on to have all the success. But if you've got a good enough staff, like, I guess I'm not as concerned about that grade if you guys were winning Super Bowls with Sherm.
It's kind of weird that Sherm really never got another opportunity to go anywhere else. I mean, Gabe, like I said, look at our ranks in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Started off slow, but then we were 1, 2, maybe 5.
Yeah, I was about to say the low might have been 5.
He was the OC, and
he didn't get any of the credit.
Never really got a sniff. Part of it was because, obviously, Holmgren called plays. But Sherm's function was he kind of oversaw quietly the whole offense. And then, God, he didn't even do installing. Holmgren installed because he didn't want things to get lost in the translation on how he wanted things done.
Yeah.
The only time Sherm would install is if Holmgren got called away for another coaching matter.
The one thing I do think is interesting, if we apply the idea of an incomplete like Sherm, because we don't know, that would lend itself to people who are critical of Adam Stenavich saying maybe there's somebody who needs to have more ideas, better ideas, different ideas. I think those two things could correlate because it seems like the diagnosis we have right now is that I don't know if this guy's doing anything to meaningfully lift the Green Bay Packers offense.
Sure, but again, if you've got, like, some assistant coaches are going to be good, some are going to be bad. Like, not every staff has just great assistant coaches across the board. So if the position coaches are a B+, now, again, this could be different this year because obviously Sean Mannion is looked at as a he's so young, but he's a highly respected football mind who was on the staff last year.
And the whole defensive staff got rated.
Yeah.
So
like, we had coaches, guys, essentially, they're babysitters. Okay? There are coaches at positions who, I don't want to say didn't respect, but maybe didn't respect their football knowledge that were there to. Did I tell you the story?
Everybody's sleeping, the running backs?
Yeah.
We go ahead and tell it again because I'm familiar with it, but not everybody's familiar.
So Frank and Travis Jervy lived in the same apartment complex, right? And Thursday is the long day of the week. So something was wrong with Frank's car where he had to carpool with Jervy. right? So typically on a Thursday, it's a long practice, and then you watch film after it. I'm home at 6. And we all know Frank how impatient he is. So the O-line gets done at like 10 till 6, and he's sitting down there. 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:25. So he's like, what the bleep? He goes up to the running backs meeting room, and they're all asleep, including the coach. So that's what I mean when I tell you the term babysitter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be less than a babysitter, because if you're a babysitter that's sleeping, pretty sure that leads to firings. But again, so the thing that interested me the most is LaFleur going from an A- to B-. Did he change who he was? And if he tried to change, he thought he had to change last year to this year, and it didn't work. To me, Chew, that's easy. Okay, just go back to being the coach you were before. Right?
Yeah. I could tell you this as a player, and if I was on this team and my coach takes the approach to Ben Johnson that he's taken, I'd be like, come on, man. Come on. Don't take that crap. Right? I know it might be a minor thing to you.
But here's the thing, Chew. Like you say that, Holmgren wouldn't chirp back at anyone.
I'm trying to think of coaches we hated certain coaches from other teams because we thought that they were teaching their players dirty techniques.
Sure, but Chew, like behind closed doors, Holmgren might get fired up. I have no idea if Matt LaFleur is getting fired up behind closed doors. Publicly, Holmgren wouldn't chirp at anybody because he wouldn't let you guys chirp at anybody.
Yeah, he did not like bulletin board material.
So if he's anti-bulletin board material, he's not going to chirp back publicly and give anybody anything to talk about.
But I can tell you this. I was intimidated by Holmgren, and I wouldn't be intimidated by LaFleur.
Oh, yeah.
In a second.
Yeah. Well, but again, like Holmgren was. I mean, how tall was Holmgren?
Holmgren was 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
but he just had a presence. You know what I mean?
Well, again, because he was a big dude.
I don't think reporters are afraid of LaFleur.
I don't think anybody's afraid of any head. I don't think any reporter's afraid of any head
back
coach.
in the day, you talked to because Holmgren would call a reporter if they wrote an article that he didn't like, and he would battle with them. Now, not that they were afraid of him, but
yeah. Yeah, just because he was annoyed because somebody wrote something doesn't mean. Yeah, I don't think. Again, I'm the only people I'm afraid of are the ones who can fire me. Like, and Holmgren couldn't fire any of those.
Yeah,
any of those reporters. You know what I'm saying?
You could ice them though, couldn't you?
I suppose, but do you really want to be petty?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know you want to be petty, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to be petty because our guy, Alex Stro, for whatever reason, decided to do it again, Chew.
I know.
He did the combine again yesterday. The results coming up next.
Are you looking to make some changes in your life, lose a couple pounds, maybe look a little better for the summer? There's comes a point where you know it's time to do something for yourself. I'm Josh DiMaggio, and I started that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. From the first consultation, their team really listened and built a customized plan around me and my goals. I'm down over 20 pounds at this point, already worked off all the New Orleans extra drinks, extra food, all of that, and I'm also down a pant size. This month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with a $300 off sale during Valentine's Day. Now through February 28th only. That is only one more day. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. Some people lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Milwaukee Weight Loss has already helped thousands of people change their lives. There's no better time than now to take control and start feeling confident again. Schedule a free consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. Or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Milwaukee Weight Loss, the time is now.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Homer here from ESPN Wisconsin. Founded by inventors, fueled by community, and focused on business for 130 years, Horicon Bank has helped Wisconsin businesses grow, doing banking differently since 1896. If you're a local business, that same local approach is part of the Milwaukee business community, bringing decisions closer to you. Financing approved in days, not weeks. Bankers who understand your business. Products built for real cash flow needs. When it comes to commercial lending, Horicon Bank gets the job done. Together, doing good for 130 years.
This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during our Valentine's sale. Now through February 28th only. It's the perfect time to fall in love with the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. Whether you want to look great for Valentine's Day, an upcoming event, or just for you, you can start losing those unwanted pounds right now. No more losing weight and gaining it back. This program helps you keep the weight off for good. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Josh DiMaggio here, and I have already lost 15 pounds since I started this journey in mid-January, and now it's your time to show yourself some love with $300 off. But hurry, this Valentine's sale ends February 28th. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call 262-235-3980 now for your free consultation. That's 262-235-3980 or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Dang, I forgot the wakeboard. How am I supposed to enjoy myself without my favorite water activity? I mean, sure, we could still go tubing, fishing, or even just relax on a floaty, but without the wakeboard, what's the point?
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Wendy here. If you're looking to add a star player to your financial roster, you should take a look at SoFi's personal loans. SoFi's got some amazing moves that would be a valued addition to any team, like low fixed rates when you consolidate your debt, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. View your rate at SoFi.com/roster to get started. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/roster. NMLS 696891.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's two things she counts in the house. One of the pictures. What do you think the other one is?
Firearms.
Viagra.
On 94.5 ESPN.
2 tickets are better than 1, especially when you're only paying for 1. Score Bucks, buy 1, get 1 tickets for select upcoming home games with seats starting as low as just $20. Think about that. You and somebody else going to a game for $20? It's one of the hottest teams in the league right now, 8-2 in their last 10. Catch Bucks as they take on Phoenix, Cleveland, LA Clippers, and Dallas. It's marquee matchups as the Bucks make a push for the postseason. Big games, big energy, 2 tickets for the price of 1. But don't wait. It's only happening on Thursday, March 5th. Tune in next Thursday to ESPN Milwaukee. Follow our socials for details and how you can grab buy 1, get 1 tickets for select upcoming Bucks games. So I guess before we dive into this, I'll read this text that I just received from Alex Strofe. before we dive into his combine results from yesterday. Stro texted me. I'd just like to note, before you do this, I just got out of the gym. Yesterday was a wake-up call. New man coming soon.
Shouldn't he have done that after last year's debacle?
So that's, again, that was my point. When I saw he was doing this yesterday, I don't know if this made the socials. I don't know if this is going to be making some sort of big recap video that we're doing. But I saw him coming up the stairs yesterday, and, we had Maddie, who does all of our social media. She's right there. She's, got her phone and recording, and goes to me. I'm like, why are we doing this again? Like,
why are they? Why are they clapping when he benched 65 pounds? That's. What are you doing?
Okay.
Well,
that's
let's
an
not get ahead of ourselves.
embarrassment.
What they were doing was mocking.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because the rule of thumb, I don't know if it's the rule of thumb anymore, but you should at least be able to bench your body weight.
Okay, that's fair.
Should be able to do that.
I'm going to start here with, at first, the 135.
Okay.
And this is...
what did they all do yesterday? Because I feel like, they put out the 3-cone, which is about the same as last year.
Yeah.
He did not bench last year.
He did not, because we knew it wouldn't go well.
Yep.
Because what did they do, 225?
They do 225 at the combine.
Yeah, so we were
Can
like,
I just
he's
say
definitely
this,
not
though?
going to get there.
I've never seen a spotter on both sides of a barbell when someone has 135 pounds on the bar.
I'm glad they were there. There's a potential danger.
Do you really need two spotters?
Well, I just think they're getting
I think they were just, there for the content, Chew.
No,
sometimes you do things just, again, they're doing this as a...
I don't know if you know anything about Brad Nortman. For a punter, he tested out like extremely strong and athletic. He's a strong guy. He's still working out.
That's good.
Yes.
Good.
He could have handled it very easily.
Yeah.
And Ben works out too, so probably not as strong.
So let's go ahead and see what the bench press results yesterday for our guy Alex Stro were.
Oh, yeah, no.
So that was 135, by the way. That was 135, just a plate on each side. If you are listening, it was like his arms weren't even there, all right?
Yeah.
That bar fell like gravity, man. There was zero resistance.
Chewy, I want you to look at his form. Now, mind you, both Brad and Ben are coaching him.
Yeah.
To me, he's laying like a dead fish.
Honestly, because that might all he has to work with. So here's 95 pounds, Chew.
Push! Jesus, Mary, St. Joseph!
So that one he got close. 95 pounds, he got close. He at least was able to kind of resist it going down, got it about halfway up, but couldn't get it all the way up. So they had to go down to...
Now, I'm not going to tell Chewy how he's clearly the bench press guy here.
Well, we had... When the Bucks a couple of years ago were on a win streak, we all started doing stuff like to represent the win streak. Like I made a bunch of putts in a row at my house. Jen, I think, ate like 13 Oreos throughout the course of a show. And then we went to the same gym that Strofe was. And Chew, you just repped 225 14 times. No warm-up, no nothing. Literally after the show, walked in, took off his hoodie, and boom, 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 225 14 times.
But when you're bench pressing, you want to engage your shoulders, right? You're using your core a little bit to stay stiff, and you're pushing off the ground.
Well, your back, you want to get your back involved.
Yes.
Like his form is absolutely terrible, but
his form is non-existent.
I don't even know what those things that hang off his body. Most people call them arms, but those are like. Could he do a push-up?
Yes, I've seen him do them.
Really?
Like a good push-up.
Yeah.
It looked like a normal push-up.
Okay.
I didn't say, "Oh, you're cheating," or "You're barely getting there."
I had Craig
I got
so
a text
close.
from him. I'm scared. I'm not going to read it till after.
I had Craig so close to being able to bench 135. He just kind of gave up. And I was like, all right, take this supplement. This will get you over the edge. It will take about 3 weeks, and he never did it. But Craig was like, I think he'll tell us.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Legal supplement?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just take a little creatine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we got to show the success here. It's labeled wrong. This was actually 75 pounds.
Oh, okay.
In typical KBN fashion, they miscounted the weights.
Math was tough on the weights that they were putting on. Okay.
You should be able to get this one.
Yeah! He's still struggling with it.
I mean, the arm's not going up at the same time. So, again, the issue here that I have, and I'm glad that Stro went to the gym today, because this is a lesson for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you actually want something to change, you have to do something about it. Like if he, and you've got the 3-cone ready here, Josh. Let's go ahead and play the 3-cone.
I do want to mention he made sure to tell me it was 75, not 65 on text message.
Oh, okay. He wanted the record set straight.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't think there's much of a difference, but, it just, sure, 75. We'll give you credit. Here's the 3-cone from yesterday from our guy Stro. So 2005 versus 2006. I mean, 2006 was quicker. Not by much. 2026.
What?
Excuse me, 2026.
Okay.
26.
26 was faster on the 3-cone than it was in 2025. But again, Stro should have been thoroughly embarrassed by this last year.
I mean, he runs like he's holding in a deuce.
Yep. That hasn't changed. I don't know if that's changing at this point in his life. I think that he'd have to undergo like some serious like personal training to change the running style. But again, here is the lesson that everybody should be taking from this. But it doesn't have to be weight related. But like, let's say when you were in high school, Chew, you took the ACT. Did you take the SAT because you were out east?
SAT East Coast was
Okay.
SAT. Yeah.
So you take either one of those tests. It doesn't go the way that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just going to sit around for the next couple of months and not do anything about it? Or are you actually going to try to study to get the grade that you want, the score that you want? Because if you do nothing, guess what's going to happen? The same exact bleep that just happened. So I'm glad that yesterday was a wake-up call for our guy Stro, because none of this can change in terms of the athletic ability. I know he's got the most confidence, the most irrational confidence of anybody I've ever met. But if you want something to change, turns out you got to do something about it.
Yeah, but was this more based out of fear that his fiancée may dump him after looking at this video for the second time?
Look, pal, if she said yes after the first time around, she's sticking around for good.
Do you know? The conversation yesterday had gotten to the point of there's a challenge in completing like household tasks. Like if they were to buy a house and say they needed to put the salt, the water softener tablets in, how are we going to get those to the basement?
Yeah, I agree. How do you pick up a UPS package?
Look, if they get to the point where they're buying a house after they're married, Joshy, I hope we as a company are paying them enough that they can hire movers.
Yeah,
because he ain't helping anything.
I did receive reports that there was. He had helped moved at one point, and it was something. It was a love sack, a large one, but a love sack. Apparently, that wasn't so easy for our guy.
I mean, it's not only that. I mean, Ashton famous for having his car broken into. What if he walks out and see he ain't catching him? He ain't catching him.
They just have to turn right.
I mean, the guy stealing his car. The guy stealing his car could be in a back pedal, and he's still outrunning him.
Here's a broad jump. I haven't actually seen this one, but I have a feeling I know what it looks like.
Okay. Broad jump from our guy, Alex Stro. Again, be watching this on our YouTube page at ESPN Milwaukee.
Yeah! Okay, right here, that line.
I mean, is he trying to be an idiot? Because that is just...
What was that, 5 feet? Yeah.
And here's a 40.
No, we don't need to do the 40, do we? I mean, what did he think he was trying to break last year? Was 6 seconds?
You know what, though? In
Terrible.
his defense...
Terrible.
No, but in his defense, that's the most athletic he's looked.
Oh, sure.
No.
Did he break 6? Oh, he did not. Oh, they both had 6.30. Okay. But again, you did nothing to prepare for this.
Correct.
What did you think the results were going to be? You thought just magically they were going to get better?
I think he thought second try going to be better.
Okay, and look, I understand he's in his 20s, right? I just turned 40. Chew, you just turned 57. Joshy, you're creeping closer and closer to 40.
Closer to 40.
So this is something you understand when you're not in your 20s? Like, unless you do something, your body doesn't just get naturally stronger
No.
or faster. Like, you got to do, like, again, you can put work in. Again, look at our guy, Brad. Brad's getting closer to 40, still looks fantastic. Probably, could do a lot of these athletic things that we're talking about. You have to want to change. It just doesn't magically change.
Is his diet terrible?
I got to imagine.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a soda habit, even though he's proud to report he's only had 2 this year.
2 sodas.
Okay, all right,
improvement.
Especially if it was strong enough that you would call it a habit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, only two of the
to
first
me,
2 months is pretty
Gabe,
good.
If he listened to me and followed my dietary advice with a little bit of supplementation, I could get him benching 150 next year. 150.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see if Strofe is going to take you up on the offer.
Yeah.
Are you serious about that?
No.
Okay.
Would you be willing?
Did you think I was?
Well,
no,
because,
I would help him out.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
you don't
I
have
would
to
help
do
him out.
anything other than give him a workout
Correct.
plan. It's like you have to be there. You just have to text him the workout plan.
The one thing I do think would be very helpful, and we could even film it, is you just coaching him on how he needs to do a bench press, because it's
his arms are.
we're not gonna get anywhere with what we've got currently.
No.
Yeah, right. Like we need to set a foundation. So when you're back in, I think that's something you guys should go do.
Okay.
We'll film it, talk about it.
I could get it if he wants to get there. I could get him there.
All right. The offer is out there. And Strofe, if you don't take advantage of this, he doesn't help anybody with anything. Take advantage, man.
Because I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. if Strofe doesn't take advantage of this, he's an idiot. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy in 2 minutes.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking pretty good across the system right now. We do have eastbound 94 backing up just a bit from 76th Street to Hawley Road. The westbound side, 35th Street, almost to Hawley Road. Other than that, really looking pretty good. 894 eastbound's just tightening up a little bit, heading in towards Loomis from about 51st Street. But overall, everything's looking good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. I told you guys last week, cable snapped on our garage door. And if you find yourself in that situation, you should call my friends at Geist. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build you a custom design to meet your exact needs if that's the direction you want to go. Go to geistdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, see hundreds of doors and openers, and their custom design room. Don't think twice. Call Geist, GEIS doors.com. That's GEIS doors.com.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousin Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Craig Carmason on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
One last thing before quickly we move on here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Because we were talking about the moving thing, and I have not gotten a response. Maybe Stro had stopped driving. He did not hear the offer. We will make sure he hears the offer from Chewy that he says by this time next year he could get Stro benching 150 pounds, doubling what he was able to do yesterday in the Stro Combine. So we'll wait and see if, the Chewy workout program, if it's going to have its first client.
He already texted me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He's in?
I don't know. He just said, I need a lot of help. And I said, obviously. Gabe, well, you can help him, Gabe. I'll do the weight side of it.
Okay.
You help him with the running side of it. How about a little bit of lean?
Yeah, a little bit of... I don't even know how to change that. I don't know how I would go about changing that.
There's a video of, I believe Will has it, and I'll see if I can get it from him, of him coming out of the starting blocks on the 40.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like Pinocchio in Shrek. That same body. Yeah. You know when he's jumping around in the forest? Yeah, bad body. We can work on it, though.
But this is something I had never seen before, because we were talking about Strofe and if he ever had to move something, and then it made me think of this, and he would have never been able to help. So on the street that we live on, there are a lot of duplexes. Like right next to us, one's an Airbnb, and on the other side, there's a duplex. We've known the couple that have lived there, but there's another couple that's just moving in. And so I was getting back from walking my dog yesterday, and they had asked, and they had their truck pulled into our driveway, and we were cool with that. But as I was walking past their house to get to our house, I've never been in that house, so it must be very tight to get to the upstairs portion of that duplex.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a guy on a ladder feeding a couch in through the window on the second floor.
Ooh. How does a couch fit through a window?
And not fit through the stairwell. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I kind of did a double take. Like you're walking by, you just kind of, your head's kind of turning. Wait, what is that? What are they doing right now? Yeah. Guy on a ladder feeding a couch through the window in the second story.
Nice.
So there's no way Strofe would have been able to help out, certainly, with that. There is a text I think that's worth getting to, going back to the Packer grades that came out. Again, Kalen Kaler with ESPN.com. Released all player grades that typically released by the NFLPA. They were leaked because they're not allowed to release them publicly. Now leaked, and ESPN has all of the grades available at ESPN.com for every team. Mike in Hattiesburg wants to know what the response rate was, because that can make a huge difference. So if it's 100% of players or 20%, as Wilde said, one or two low grades can pull down an average. And that's just one of those things that we won't know. Like how many people actually responded to this for the Green Bay Packers? And maybe that ends up having an effect. I don't know.
But I thought there was an overall response that I was reading somewhere where it said X amount of NFL players responded to this survey. Gashi, did you see that?
I did not. I'm not sure.
No. How many players are there in the NFL? 3,000?
I mean,
so it's
when
essentially 70. How many are on a roster, including practice squad?
Practice squad, roughly 70, yeah.
70 times
32.
Oh, so that's 20-something, 22,000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, 2,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 2,200, yeah. And last year, so because I was looking at the grades from last year to kind of compare and contrast. Almost 1,700 responded. 1,695 responded.
Yeah.
By the way, over 500 of those guys had a tackle for a loss in weeks 10 and beyond. Over 500 guys had a tackle for a loss. One of them was not Rashawn Gary.
I wonder if...
Just feel like I should point that out there as long as we're doing NFLPA math.
Like, how does Steno wake up? Be like, dude, I'm going to get fired?
Obviously not, because he would have been fired by now. But that is the interesting thing, is because this is something, Chew, that I feel is more than, it's a bigger question than, how does LaFleur deal with guys like, Bill Huber had written an article after the season had ended saying, hey, I think the Packers should fire Matt LaFleur. Now, obviously, they have to work together, right? Like, Bill Huber's still going to be in there and for Sports Illustrated asking questions, every time that that Matt LaFleur is available, and they'll figure it out, right? Like that's just a thing that's might be awkward for a little bit between Bill and Matt. But this is something that your players responded to, and your players think you don't have respect for them.
But Gabe, this is what corporations or businesses do now. We do it at Good Karma.
Yep.
I know my wife's company does it. So back in the day, I really don't think they really cared.
Mm-hmm.
Or not to the extent they do today on how your employees felt.
Sure.
About the company they work for, but now certainly they do. So my question is, what do they do with this information? I mean, if and I love my guys there, the trainers, but they got to be waking up going, I'm a little worried. Right? So do you have to, are the players forcing them to pivot on the way they do things?
I mean, that's a great question. And
Like, Gabe, I'll give you an example, okay? Strength coaches, right?
Yep.
And the strength coach in Green Bay did not get a very good grade.
He got a B.
I think he was 28th, but it was 28th. Now, there's different philosophies when it comes to strength coaches, okay? And my college strength coach, nice guy, but I thought his philosophy was stupid. It was so antiquated, you know? And I've always been a weight room guy.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Ever since I was in high school.
That's the least shocking thing anyone said all day.
Yeah. So my strength coaches in Green Bay, Kent Johnson, who I told you, and Mark Lavatt, who was here for the McCarthy years. Matter of fact, he is back in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
They were great because not everybody is the same. So they would individually mold a workout program for the individual.
Yeah.
You know, because players should know their body better than anybody. They should know what works.
Especially once you get to that level.
Yeah, and what doesn't work. But, you know, I've had strength coaches that are rockheads, and it's my way or the highway, and it's just a bad way to do things.
I think you see a lot of that at the college level.
Yeah. But, I don't know. How do those guys wake up? I got a B. I'm 28th in the league. Do I pivot the way I do things? Will they pivot the way they do things, or do you just roll with it?
Yeah, again, these are all great questions, and I'm curious to know how much something like this matters to the organization. Because I don't think this has to be the end-all, be-all, and Ed Policy wakes up and going, oh, we've got to make sweeping changes. We've got to have new turf at Lambeau Field to get that up. We're going to bring in, we're going to dedicate some space so families have an area for their kids on game day. We're making sweeping changes. I don't think he's doing that.
Let me ask you this,
But I think you have to factor this in at least a little bit, right?
I would think. I mean, you want your employees to be happy. But let me ask you this, because Ron Wolf tried, this is great. You guys might have been too young, but he tried changing the colors of the Green Bay Packers to fit more of a Notre Dame look. And the fans went ballistic. Didn't last long. Bad idea.
It's kind of like when Marquette went from the Golden Eagles to just the gold for 2 weeks, and everyone's
bad
like,
idea.
"The hell's the gold?" And they quickly went back to Golden Eagles.
How would people feel if Lambeau was field turf?
I don't think people would revolt the way that they would if you tried to put a roof on Lambeau. But I think the fan base would be like, why would you make it field turf? I think that would be the reaction of the fan base. I don't know how strong it would be, but I think there'd be a lot of people questioning it, certainly.
You don't think there'd be a revolt?
I don't think it'd be a revolt.
Because I don't think Packers fans like change too much.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But
again,
I
was shocked that Notre Dame did it, because Notre Dame, they got more money than most schools. And usually you do that for cost cutting.
Yeah, because in the long run it ends up being cheaper.
It's a traditional type school, so I was surprised when they did that. But that, where were the Bears?
Oh,
on the field.
Just give me a second so I can get the home game field was a C.
Okay.
So was the Cowboys. Browns are a B-, just kind of going through some of these. Panthers were an F. Bills were an F, which makes sense because Bill Stadium is old. So the Ravens had an A in that. Just kind of scrolling through. Detroit had a B-. So when you're saying the home game field, it must be more than just the field itself.
Than the field at Surf. I thought it was,
Texans are a C+, Colts are a D.
Huh.
Chiefs A-.
And I don't look at Arrowhead as being a great field, right? I mean, I think of Miami, I think of Tampa Bay, probably Jacksonville. Carolina always scored high.
They did not. They were an F.
Were they really?
They were an F this year, Chew. So, yeah. Again, I'm curious how the Packers respond to some of these low grades because they went from a spot where you were fine. 7, you're in the top 10. Don't have to worry about dropping down to 21. Okay, are there some things that Ed Policy and company, and that's all I'm curious about. I don't know if they're actually going to do anything, and Policy is ever obviously not going to talk, but the offseason is usually when Gutekunst talks and when LaFleur at some point is going to talk. I want to know their responses to this, and I know Jason said he does as well, so at some point I'm sure we will hear about that. But coming up next, we are going to hear from the big guy to see what he remembers saying and not saying throughout the course of the week. We can reach you coming up next. But Bunzel's celebrating their 50th year in business. 50 years in business for Bunzel's. It's a family-owned, operated meat market. It's been serving Milwaukee since 1976, becoming a vital part of our community. I can certainly vouch for that. I love going to Bunzel's, picking up everything that they've got. For example, this week, weekly specials, USDA Black Angus Choice or higher beef tri-tip roast, $14.99 a pound. Fresh homemade stuffed pork tenderloins, $7.99 a pound. Stuffed chicken breasts, $6.89 a pound. Extra lean bone-in pork steaks, $3.99 a pound. Plus, they always have the monthly meat deal. You need to check that out. Bunzel's, 90th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, or just head to the website. See all the great things that they have there, including a couple of recipes at bunzels.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We got a little bit of a backup heading through the stadium interchange on westbound 94, heading out past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, little tight from 70th Street past 68th, and then back on the brakes coming out of the stadium interchange all the way to about 25th. We did have a disabled vehicle right about at 25th Street being worked on, but that looks like it's gone now. So things are moving along pretty well everywhere else. Happy Friday. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks and the buy one, get one free ticket offer on Thursday, March 5th. Tune in on the 5th for details on how you can get tickets to select Bucks games, courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
We've enjoyed having PCI help us with all of our home projects. As you might know, my husband and I are not the most handy people, so when we get into a jam, we always reach out to our friends at PCI. In fact, it's the off season. My thumbs are twitching. I got a project. I got to call my friends over at PCI, have them come over, assess the situation, and maybe you're in that same spot. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you're ready to refresh an outdated room. The PCI team can help you with that with their photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list all delivered to you. Learn more about that and everything that PCI can do for you at their website, professionalconstructioninc.com.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
In healthcare, change is constant. Fifth Third Bank helps organizations navigate that change with local expertise and comprehensive financial solutions. From capital structure optimization to revenue cycle support and commercial payment tools, Fifth Third empowers sustainable growth. For nearly 20 years, the Milwaukee team has partnered with healthcare and not-for-profit organizations, building trusted, long-term relationships. Experience the difference only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof,
siding or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
But she doesn't know every now and then I got the blammer coming up and I'll let you use my tractor for 2 of the blue things. Which I think's a pretty good deal, which gets me in trouble.
You got a Viagra ring?
Yeah. On 94.5 ESPN.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, it's an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or those deep threes from Miles Turner, or at this point, A.J. Green at 5 of them the other night. Catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6. Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now, bucks.com/plus, or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Think you know the show better than the average ESPN Milwaukee fan? Now's your chance to prove it. It's time to play The Week in Reach You.
All right, big guy, how are we feeling this week?
I feel okay.
We've got 5 questions. Chewy gets 3 right, he wins. He gets 3 wrong, he loses. Let's go ahead and start with question number 1. Josh.
Hold on. I collapsed. Gonna have to.
Oh no! Oh no! We need the audio clips, and what somehow, you got
my program here just shut down. I just had to restart.
Yeah, he's got 4 or 5. I mean, how many screens you got back there? 6.
A lot of stuff going
on. A lot of things going on to produce a radio program, and sometimes things just, don't always work out.
All right, we should be in a second. Come on, there we go.
Question.
I put New Orleans 3rd on the list when it comes to food for soups.
Okay, so we know New Orleans is number 3. What were your top 2 food cities in order?
Vegas, New York.
Wait. Tell me number 2 and tell me number 1.
2 is New York, 1 is Vegas.
We'll give you that. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, food. Yeah, I don't forget food.
I figured I was going to start you off with an easy one.
Yeah.
Nice little layup.
Yeah.
Nice little layup there.
Was I right, Josh?
Yes, you did get it right.
No. Would you put New Orleans 3? Oh. Because you lived in New York, too.
Yeah, I'm skeptical of Vegas, even though I haven't spent enough time there to have a full idea. But yes, New York and New Orleans both would be probably in my top 3.
Okay.
I'd have a hard time arguing. Maybe some place with like a barbecue would sneak in.
Yeah, you'd have to like Kansas City or someplace in Texas, Memphis.
Yeah.
Places that have distinct barbecue.
Sure.
All right, question number 2.
That's not true, right, Josh?
I'm on Gabe's side.
Oh, shocking.
Which of your many arrogances did you seek Josh's approval on earlier this week?
Yeah. I don't even remember saying that, Gabe. Sounded like a Monday, though.
Definitely wasn't Monday.
No.
Nope.
No, nothing.
No idea?
No idea.
Weather arrogance. Weather arrogance.
Oh, because of the East Coast thing. So,
Cone, yeah.
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 Okay, now I do remember.
But then I had kind of called you out because, you're kind of soft about it, and you had said that you were tougher. And then
he
Josh
was saying, imagine it 90 degrees down here in Florida. And we said, you don't even experience that because you get out of town. Come up here.
That's enough.
Question number 3.
He reminds me, remember the guy in Miami years ago? Oh, 2000.
Talking about Tannehill?
No. Same type of player as Malik.
Who was the 2000s Miami Dolphins quarterback who may or may not have actually ever been a Miami Dolphin?
It was Tampa. It was Tampa.
So he was
King.
Tampa.
Wasn't there a King?
Sean King?
Sean King. Nailed it. I get credit.
I think we have to. He came up with the name.
But am I right? Same skill set.
No.
What?
Sean King was not as athletic.
No.
But the fun, why I'm laughing at you is because, so Josh, every week, he prints out the questions, and he gives me the question, and with each question, there's an answer. For the first time ever, the answer to this question was just 5 question marks. Because we never actually figured out who
the quarterback was.
I went through all the Miami Dolphins quarterbacks.
I know.
Backups,
Hey, I got Florida.
You did. So that's what I was looking for, because I thought there could be Aaron Brooks could have been an answer. I thought maybe the Packers connection. I thought that was possible. I did not have Sean King.
Sean King and Malik are very similar. And Sean King had like a year or two where he was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Not great.
Like post Brad Johnson. I don't remember him being as athletic as Malik.
Oh, he definitely ran, but just not the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a good comp. I get credit.
Well, I mean, we gave you the right answer.
Yeah.
Because
we got there.
We actually got
as
it.
Josh, you would say.
All right. You just need to get one of the last 2 correct in order to win this week. What do we got? Question number 4. But
it's just not fair.
What isn't fair that you often have a hard time finding?
This question. It's just not fair.
I said it's not fair.
What isn't fair that you often have a hard time finding?
No idea again. Don't even remember seeing
2XL T-shirts.
Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a layup. I didn't realize Josh was going to keep the clip so short. But again, the question that you often have a hard time finding, I thought may have given it to him.
I knew how short the clip was. I was trying to help you out.
You could have put smell in there. If you said smell, I would have got it.
Because most people think
then I
smell.
would have nailed
That's when it comes to shirts.
Yeah.
All right, so it comes down to this: Chewy wins or loses with question number 5.
Yeah, you're not eating stone crab with.
What
mustard.
are you not eating? Didn't even the question. The answer is mustard. That is correct. You are not eating snow crab.
I was going to ask another
mustard.
one. Do you remember what the soda is that Johnsonville is putting with their
Dr. Pepper? Let me tell you what.
Either way.
Let me tell you what, though. The mustard down here stinks. I had a horseradish sauce that is life-changing.
Down there?
Yes.
You gonna bring it with?
It's unbelievable. I gotta bring some back. It is so good. I gotta bring some back.
What do you put it
on? Steak last night.
Ooh. All right.
This stuff is like I could almost drink it. That's how good it is.
All right.
I'll try to get some back. I know the place that sells it.
Okay. I'll try anything.
You guys like horseradish sauce?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's got the perfect amount of heat. It's got the perfect consistency to it.
This is an interesting debate to me. I hear a lot of people describe horseradish as heat. To me, it doesn't feel like a heat.
It's kind of like along the lines.
Do you like the word kick better?
I feel it more in my nostrils than I feel it on that's
this
burning
one
my tongue.
Josh, I would put it, because Cholula is my favorite hot sauce.
Okay.
I'd put it along those lines. Cholula is not smoking hot, It's more taste
but
than it is
there's
hot.
still like a flavor there.
It just feels like
Correct.
a different sensation to me.
Oh, so good.
I like them both.
Yeah. It's just a little different. All right, we'll have to try Chewy's horseradish sauce. Craig Carmason joining us next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
The most important thing I can tell you about Milwaukee weight loss is it simply works. And I am a good example of that. I've lost over 25 pounds to this point. I'm feeling my best, down to pant size, and living life. I'm Josh DiMaggio, and I'm starting that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. From the first consultation, their team really listened and built a customized plan around me and my goals. And you need to hurry up. There's only 2 days left for this Valentine's month sale. You get $300 off during Valentine's, now through February 28th only. No drugs, surgery, or injections, just a proven metabolic reset. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. Some people lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. There's no better time than now to take control and start feeling confident again. Schedule a free consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980, or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
It's been quiet all morning and continues to be so. Westbound 94, a little bit tight right just west of 35th Street through to Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, tightening up right through the stadium interchange coming out past 35th. Other than that, nothing. Still looking great. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks and the buy one, get one free ticket offer on Thursday, March 5th. Tune in on the 5th for details on how you can get tickets to select Bucks games, courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Frank Daniels, our Madison Goldsmith, has an idea.
Bring him in.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Monica.
It's great to see you, Frank. What's your idea?
It's a new company policy.
Let's hear it.
You know the world-famous Kessler's warranty?
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. Even if you lose a diamond, including the center stone, we'll replace it. All maintenance is free forever. Yes, it really is that miraculous.
Every time I hear that warranty, it blows my mind.
I propose we have a jewelry cleaning policy that's as amazing as that warranty.
What would it say?
Bring us your jewelry, and we'll professionally clean it. While you wait, for free. You can come in as often as you want, and we don't care where you bought your jewelry. The only thing that matters is that you want it to look amazing again. We want that too.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. I vote yes. The motion carries.
Congratulations, Frank. Your idea is now company policy.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent. Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Did you know that fact, though?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that fact?
Is that just a fact, Brig?
Yeah. I mean, that's what Chewy does. Chewy knows the most facts of anyone on the show.
He also knows the most fiction.
On 94.5 ESPN. It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Carmason.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No.
Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champion.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. The AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, is going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Carmason on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Always love it when we can catch up with Good Karma Brands founder and CEO Craig Carmason on Fridays. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, guys. Chewy, like my sweatshirt?
I do. Why the Bills?
That's our newest Good Karma partner. We're working with them.
Oh, I did read that somewhere.
Do you believe, Craig, do you believe that he actually read that somewhere, or is he trying to bluff you?
I think someone said it. And maybe it was even on this show before. Is when he heard it.
No, it was an email because there was a picture and things. I'm big on pictures, especially in books. Craig, did you see the grades that came out for the Green Bay Packers?
Is this the players' ratings of the whatever?
Yeah.
I actually didn't. I saw the Miami Dolphins were the best, but I didn't dive in yet to the rankings.
Okay, so they lost a lot of traction.
So these rankings were really controversial because the owners actually were going to court to prevent these numbers from being public, saying that these are a breach of the collective bargaining agreement because it's players negatively speaking about owners in public. And this is a really cool thing that the NFL Players Association does, where you fully review how the team treats players in all of these different categories.
Correct. Yeah, so they couldn't post it, but this was always what was going to happen, Craig. The PA was going to leak it, and, well, ESPN's got them, and they've got all the grades for everybody up on the website right now.
So they went from 7 last year overall, Craig, to 21 this year. The company here does the same thing. So what do you think they're going to do, and what do you do with that information that you gather when you get an unfavorable grade from employees like the Packers do? Do you change things? What do you do?
Yeah, well, of course we call them teammates, not employees, Chewy, as you know. But where I would start is a great question. But about the NFL first, the reason I think this is so good is because you're talking about not owners like other sports. NFL owners are now mega billionaires. These guys are untouchable. Their teams can lose, anything can happen. And in their communities, they are just so rock solid. But these things coming out, were embarrassing for them, right? When they get an F as owner, there's an actual owner grade. They literally grade the owner. These are people who haven't been graded in 40 years in many cases, right? So the idea that teams that have owners are going to act in an extreme way to fix this makes a lot of sense. So my gut is that the Packers are just as good this year at 21st as they were last year at 7th. It's just that everyone else, they're like, hey, we're not getting a D-. Throw $7 million to have a family, babysitting room or whatever we need to do this. So I don't think this is the Packers are doing something wrong. I think it's just everyone else leveling up because it is such a high-profile thing. And in our situation, one of our core values is listening. So absolutely, that is why we do all of this. And we absolutely make changes, whether it's changes to people who are in the roles they're in, changes of responsibilities, changes of processes. All the time changes come from, our internal surveying.
Yeah, and the biggest one that we've been talking about, because some of these things can be fixed by throwing money at it. And last year, the Packers training room had a higher grade. Training room's a C for the Packers, but this offseason, we already know they've invested money and they're redoing the training room. But Matt LaFleur went from an A- to a B-. When you have something like that's that specific and you see that big of a drop, how do you interpret that?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because you have to figure out, is what he's doing actually better, right? Like, so just because he's getting a B- and he's less liked, does that mean he's less effective? So I don't think you can use this one data point to mean anything, right? It can to mean everything. It is absolutely a data point, but you have to understand exactly why they were rating them, like what the basis of the ratings were, exactly when during the season and what was going on when this happened, and if you're okay with the reasons why. So I think it's a data point, but it wouldn't make me alarmed at, Matt LaFleur going from an A- to a B-.
So you wouldn't consider making a change if the players think, like, Craig, I don't care about facilities, the surface, but there are some alarming ones here, like the training room staff gets a C. Like you said, LaFleur's grade dropped significantly. The strength coach was 28th in the league. I mean, those are the concerning ones, not the babysitting or the whatever it is. I mean,
how they treat the alumni. I know that one you might care
exactly,
more about than others. But I think the training one is really interesting. The training, actually, personnel and all that. I think that's really interesting. And one of the things that we do in all of our surveys, we do have where you rate them, but then we also have the ability to put comments in. And that's can be a big differentiator, right? Like, do the teams and do they just get these grades, or do they get the comments, which in this case they do? And did players care enough to take the time to actually leave comments? And do they feel protected enough to make comments and they feel like, hey, it's not going to come back to me, right? Like, is it a safe enough zone? And that's where we see the most effective results from things like this. When teammates feel safe making comments, because that's when we can really act on things.
But, Craig, let me ask you this one question from the survey that we take. Why do you ask the question, do you have a best friend at work?
Great question. So we take, what we're talking about is the 12Q from Gallup, and those were the 12 questions out of over 300 that were statistically correlated with top performing workplaces, both financially as well as retaining teammates. And if someone is going to have an overall high score in the 12 questions that we ask, the number one that is most correlated is having a best friend at work. Like, having that means that when the going is great, you have people to share it with. When the going is tough, when you're offered a job somewhere else and you're like, hey, should I leave? Who do I talk to? I'm maybe not ready to talk to my manager. Like, having that best friend at work, and it doesn't need to be your best friend in the world, has proven to be a monster differentiator. And it is literally the question most correlated with overall workplace engagement.
Okay.
Our conversations with Craig Carmason each and every week brought to you by Saturn Lounge. All right, Craig.
Laughing? Why are you laughing?
Me?
Gabe, everyone in the company wants to know why they asked that question.
If you attend the meeting, you'd know.
You just never come to the meeting where we actually do this, and people ask me this question, and we're able to share it with the team. That's why we're laughing. Everyone else comes to the mandatory meeting, and you don't come to the mandatory meeting.
I've heard Craig answer this question. I've been with the company. I'm coming up here on 24 years. I've heard Craig answer this thing like over 100 times.
Just for that, Craig, I want to change my answer. Gabe is no longer my best friend.
I'm just laughing because, again, I just understand the entire dynamic of what's going on here, of why you would ask that question. But Craig, the Bucks are one of the hottest teams in the league. They're 8-2. We talked about how this is an important stretch for them. Didn't start great on Sunday, but they bounced back, and now they've got a big one tonight against the Knicks. How do you feel the Bucks are doing right now as they're patiently waiting for Giannis to return?
I mean, it's incredible. The Spurs have won their last 10 games, but there's nobody else besides the Spurs, and there's nobody else in the Eastern Conference who has a better record in the last 10 games than the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis, which is an amazing accomplishment. When I looked at this week, I had said we got to go 2-2. These are really tough games. You know, when you looked at it, it was like, all right, you got Raptors, Heat, Cavs, Knicks, 4 Eastern Conference, 4 of the top 6 teams in the Eastern Conference you're going to play in a week. And, you know, Miami could end up being in that 7 range now. But you're basically playing 4 of the top 7 teams in the East. Can you at least go 2-2? And now coming into this game tonight against a Knicks team that we beat earlier in the year at home, we're now 2-1 in those games. So this has been a big-time week. The games weren't easy. I understand the Cavs were missing players, but so were the Bucks. And I think having Gabe Neitzel on the radio was a big part of why this all happened. During the post game, he always plays the highlight in the play of the game, which just like it just hits a little different. So I think Gabe gets a little credit for this.
Oh, well, I appreciate you giving me a little bit of props, being part of the back-to-back wins at Fiserv Forum. It's just it's a younger team now, Craig, and it's just been fun to watch them come together and grow a little bit, right? Ryan Rollins, KPJ, but even the young guys, Ousmane Dieng and what Cam Thomas has done, like everybody coming together in this quick of a time. It's just been a lot of fun to watch.
How about Jericho Sims, right? Like
Jericho Sims too, yeah.
You know, who have just come, and then, you know, and Bobby has continued to be Bobby. Like, it is such a fun team right now. And I think the thing we underestimated, which Chewy, I'll get your take on, is, and I know it's a little different in the NFL, but what does all the like trade deadline conversation, like how, like, I think it's pretty obvious when you look at this team now, how much all the conversation and noise around the Giannis stuff leading into the trade deadline. There was like a malaise hanging over the team because it wasn't just Giannis's name being talked about. It was like, you know, core guys of the team whose names were being thrown about. Like, Chewy, do you think that's a fair excuse? Because I'm thinking like these guys are human and that kind of makes sense now looking back.
No, I think it's fair.
Dynamite drop in. Broadcasting school really paid off, Chew. Craig, we appreciate the time. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you again next Friday.
He's not the best color guy in the league. Go Bucks.
Josh said break. So we got a break, Craig.
You knew he was going to throw somebody under the bus.
How about your best friend at work over there, Gabe?
No more. That's over with.
Craig Carmason brought to you by Saturn Lounge. More Jed, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next. But if you're tired of waking up exhausted, dad bod starting to weigh on you, finding it harder to get excited about basically anything, if your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, it might not be that you're just getting older. It's what I used to tell myself. No, there's a good chance your hormones and metabolism are just out of balance. So this year, let's get back to the old you. I know you remember that guy. Sharp at work, full of energy. He was fun, the one people enjoyed being around. And that's where Mentality can come in and help you. Mentality, not a macho T bro clinic. No, they're human-centered. Their mission is to figure out what's really going on with you and your body and your brain. Mentality starts by listening, and then they do a blood panel, run real labs, explain your results in plain English. And this is my favorite part. This isn't one size fits all. No, it is a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and FDA-approved peptide treatments to help get your brain and body back on track. So stop telling yourself, like I used to, and everyone around you, that you're fine. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. It's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. Do what I did and reclaim the old you, the younger you, with Mentality.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
If you're headed to a Milwaukee Bucks game, you can make a bet at Potawatomi Sportsbook and catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum. After a purchase or a bet, they're going to give you a wristband. That wristband gets you on the shuttle, takes you to Fiserv Forum so you can enjoy all the high-flying action. Shuttle pickups and drop-offs are at the Annex. That's right next to the Potawatomi Sportsbook. They begin 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game, and then they run nonstop until 1 hour after the game. Bet above the rest only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Though, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a, ooh, like instead of a, huh.
Yeah. But that's all part of
You know
taking the
what I'm
training
talking
law.
about.
I do, but it's just such funny noises.
Did this get sexual or something? I don't know about it. What the hell just happened?
On 94.5 ESPN.
One Infinity Exteriors poll that we have to get to on Jen, Gabe, Chewy on Twitter. Does Matt LaFleur having a bottom 5 grade from his players concern you about the Packers' future? 78% say yes, which makes sense. I mean, it's been tumultuous, and now that we know the players don't feel this great, I'm guessing fans aren't going to feel great either, especially the ones that were on the fire Matt LaFleur train.
Like we said earlier, the most concerning thing is this happened
before the 5-game
in the
lose.
5-game skid.
Probably
so
while.
It's not like this didn't. It's not like it happened at the end of the season.
The reporting I've seen on this is it was prior to the 5-game losing streak.
So they did it at the end of November?
It seems like it might have been towards the middle of the season.
That's concerning. No?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm in my mind, I'm wondering if that's the best time to do it.
Right, and also trying to figure out what point of the season was it, and how would that affect where you are. Like after game 2, I bet we're getting really great.
Flying high.
Right.
Yeah, because if you did it at the very end, Gabe, and you're Seattle, probably get all A's.
Yeah, because you're feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's what I'm curious about. I don't know if we should put this in the field, but I'm curious. If Strof agrees to have Chewy train him for the next year, could he bench 150 pounds 12 months from now? Do people believe in Chewy that he can get someone like Strof to bench that much?
Put it on.
Willie and Couch coming up next.
All right, finish off with an accident. Highway 175 southbound.